This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by MMAHQ.com, the world's best daily deal site. Defense Soap. Offense wins matches. Defense keeps you on the mat. BetDSI.com, where you can bet on MMA. Enter code MMA Nuts and get a 20% bonus. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 110.
110.
My name is Ingo Weigold.
I'm Matt Griffin. This is MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans, where we walk the line between serious and ridiculous. We're coming back harder than ever.
We are.
We're like Run DMC. We're tougher than leather.
Nice. That rhymes.
This is a song even.
Okay. That's awesome.
Fuck it, we got power. I feel strong. I feel secure.
We have air conditioning.
I have air conditioning. It's blowing on me. I feel awesome.
Feels nice.
So.
Something is blowing you?
Fuck yeah. So we roll here in the Griffith house. We had a contest, did you know?
I knew, yes.
We have some winners.
Chicken dinner?
Yeah. Winner, ribeye steak dinner from Morton's and or Gibson's.
Okay.
One of those two.
Nice.
All right, winners, UFC 148 contest. First place with 10 correct, Howard L. Gainey Jr., $50 Amazon gift card. Second place with 7 correct. Many people had 7 correct, but the tiebreaker was who got in first. First person to get in with 7 correct was Chris Bedell. Second place, $25 Amazon gift card. And then third place with 7 again, Tyler O. $10 Amazon gift card, which will all be delivered probably before the show comes out. I'll do it tomorrow.
Nice.
So that'll be Monday. But it already happened, so you already got your stuff.
It's already
maybe.
You're emailing them out, I assume?
Yeah,
okay.
I'll just do an email.
Convenient.
Hopefully it doesn't get intercepted.
Fuck the U.S. Post Office. We're not spending money there.
Why is it not? Isn't that weird? It's the U.S. Post Office, but the government's not involved, but then the government tells them they can't raise their stamps and they have to just lose money.
Well, because they subsidize the post office.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
They get money?
Yeah, that's how they stay in business. Because the taxpayers, money goes there. So for a service that's pretty much useless anymore.
Kind of. I like mail.
Do you? I can't stand it. You know how many times I check my mail a week?
How many?
Once. I get a fucking pile. I swear. People at my neighborhood was like, how much mail does this guy get? But I only check it once a week.
Well, is it on your door, or do you have to go somewhere to get it?
No, I have a townhome, so there's a box. So that fucker's full every week. Every week.
There's something to be said about a full box and go.
I know, definitely. So, fuck that mail bullshit.
Fuck that mail bullshit.
Have you tried to go to the U.S. Post Office and get service there?
They're like robots, yes.
And they're rude. Every time I go there, I try to mail a package, whatever. They're like, why are you here? I'm like, can you tell me how to fill out this form? When I got my mouthpiece from Oprah, I didn't understand how to do international, and they were all rude. They made me go back in the back of the line twice.
They're not very helpful at filling out forms. UPS, they're pretty nice. They fill out everything for you. I'm like, I just got to send it here. They're like, I'll take care of that for you.
Don't worry. You need some packing tape? No problem. You need some peanuts? No problem. You need this? All good.
Yeah, the international shipments are tricky. I don't understand these addresses and zip code or country codes. Like when we send all that shit out
that's weird.
Everywhere. I'm like, I hope I'm filling this shit out right. They're not helping me.
Somehow it just gets there.
No, you want it to return? I don't know, maybe.
They know where it's supposed to go.
Magically. That's right.
Sprinkle some crack on it.
Sweet.
So, UFC 148, we have no news because it's been a crazy week with no power and
100-degree
heat.
temperatures. Yeah, we were 72, 73. How many hours into this? It was a 74-hour lockdown in the Griffith household with no fucking power.
Ouch. You survived, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm mentally as sharp anymore.
You are.
If I'm any worse for the wear or what you say.
You said you didn't remember taping the last show.
Yeah, I blacked out a couple times.
Hot.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
That happens.
It was a good one.
It happens.
But yeah, power's back. The air was like 80s today.
Yeah.
It feels kind of cool, actually. It's weird.
It's good.
After that 110-degree weather for like 3 or 4 days. So Summer's back to normal, thankfully.
We still could use a good rain because my yard looks like shit, and then I got these fucking crazy ass weeds that are coming up. They're trying to eat my children. I can't have it.
The weeds always grow, no matter if there's water or not.
They're like cockroaches. They don't give a fuck. All right, UFC 148.
Yes.
Was this the best card of the year? I mean, it was the most hyped.
Nope, unfortunately not. And I'd like to say that I think the reason is that it was budding with star talent, but I thought the matchups were not as good as they could have been, maybe.
Okay.
So there was a lot of good fighters, but maybe they should have been fighting other people or something.
Or been retired.
Possibly.
1 or 2 fights ahead of time? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, let's start with the first one. Chad Mendes, Cody McKenzie.
Sure.
We both picked McKenzie via Gates, McKenzie or whatever. But, I mean, on paper it looked like McKenzie had no chance.
He sure as shit had no chance, unfortunately.
Yes.
Too much too soon?
Probably. And I think there were some harsh words regarding him at the post-fight press conference or something I was reading on the web.
Yeah. I think Dana said something to Forrest, like, maybe you should fight McKenzie next.
Mm. I mean, how are you going to give it? Didn't you take the fight on short notice, too, I'm pretty sure? It was like 3 or 4 weeks.
I don't know. It's Captain Morgan. You can't be mad at the captain.
Captain Morgan. Although he shaved his beard now, didn't he?
Yeah, he just had the goatee. Kind of short.
I mean, like we were out at the Tilted Kilt again, and Rick was saying like that guy doesn't look like a fighter. I'm like, I know, it's crazy. It's kind of weird. He's so skinny. So
it was a tough night for him.
It was. He got KO'd.
He got liver punched.
It was
a la Bass Rutten.
31 seconds.
Pretty quick.
Quite quickly. After an undercard of just all decisions.
Yeah, a very underwhelming undercard. I blame Anderson Silva.
Okay.
I think it was his shoulder strike. His shoulder strike to the chin of Chael Sonnen that set the tone for decisions.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Probably his and Brazil's fault.
Probably.
Both combined.
I blame Portugal.
The whole country. It's all your fault. Shitty UFC. It's your fault.
Yeah. Think that. So.
There goes our Brazilian fans.
Death threats.
You get hate mail.
You can send them to ingo.weigel@mmanots.com.
Flame on, flamers.
Oh, now I just called you gay and Brazilian. Move over a little bit.
It's getting a little warm in
here.
It's
all good. All right, so Mendes, what's next for this guy? He's in a weird spot.
Yeah, he just had a title fight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. This is a great question. Who's down there that needs a fight?
Well, I would like to have seen him fight Dennis Seaver, but Seaver's got a fight on September 1st, so he's kind of out of the mix. So the one other guy that's probably his top 10 is Charles Oliveira. You can fight him.
Good point. Yeah.
He's still up and coming.
Be good.
Young, scrappy. We'll see what happens.
Long, lean, good range, good Muay Thai, decent Jiu-Jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
Could be exciting against the short little guy because he's like 5'6", right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be crazy.
And then McKenzie. How about Cub Swanson?
Okay, sure.
No. You might get murdered. Tyson Griffin would probably be a good matchup.
Is he still in the UFC?
Maybe.
I haven't heard a thing from him since his last debacle. He seems to be he's on that streak of losing, right? For 3 fights in a row. How many?
Just one, maybe.
Okay, I don't remember. I remember him losing quite a bit, but that would be good.
It'll be all good. Those are good fights. Make them happen, Joe Silva.
Do it.
Because this is one of the most entertaining weight classes. I really love anything lower than 155.
Enter sarcasm.
Moving right along.
This crazy fight.
Stun Gun and Damian Maia.
Yep.
Maia with his first fight at 170. What did you think about this?
Hard to make a judgment after 47 seconds of action. Unfortunately, of course, I'm a big Maia fan. He's part of Braza, and I'm happy to see that he won.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was more on a technical fluke kind of situation than anything, which is okay. But I think he may have dodged a bullet here, unfortunately, because I think Kim with his judo is had a lot for him in this fight, and it would have been nice to see these guys go really at it. But I was just reading before we started something like a pulled muscle, maybe not a broken
like a
rib,
detached something or other.
Yeah, like some muscle spasm, which happened within the first few seconds of the fight, and then when he got taken down, it just aggravated it even more. So, you know, I've had a rib before in jiu-jitsu, and it's hard, like even to breathe when you injure yourself.
I've had a bunch of ribs before, and they're fucking delicious. I ate ribs for like 3 hours straight once. It was awesome.
Do that. I've made on my smoker. I've made chicken twice. I need to make some pork now, so I think we need to do some ribs.
We need. Can you get a whole pig? We'll put that whole fucker on there.
It
might not be delicious.
Smoker than that.
What we should do is we should get a pig, and we should beat the shit out of it first. We'll tenderize it with baseball bats.
Baseball bats, okay.
It might not withstand the beating, but it'll be fun as fuck.
Well, with just MMA gloves.
Oh, just go to work, go to town on it.
No, we could do a pig roast. You have a big enough.
Jam an apple in its mouth.
You can rent these things. They're like, no, you jam like this huge rod up its ass and goes through the mouth.
Hey now.
And then it spins.
Do you sit there?
No, it's motorized.
But I want to sit there and.
You could, I suppose. When you pour like beer over it and do all this stuff and season it, and it just spins over the hot coals.
We don't bury it underground Hawaiian style.
You could, but I don't know.
It's a lot of work, huh? I'll just dig holes over by your house. I'm sure that's all safe.
What are you guys doing? Roasting the pig.
Don't mind your business.
Not to worry.
Yeah, it'll all work out.
Have you had roasted pig before?
I've had it at
skin is really
the
thick and
luau.
hard. Oh, you remember then? It's like really hard, almost like jerky style. Like I don't even know what you would describe it like. It's good though. It's salty.
We should chop its head off and pretend like it's wear it on your own head. Cut its face off.
How do we get on pig roasting?
I don't know. You're talking about smokers, food, ribs.
Okay.
That's where it all goes back to
the
injury.
Fight. What was your take on this thing?
I was glad to see Damian Maia go back to his roots of jiu-jitsu. He wasn't fucking around with stand-up.
He went right for the takedown.
Yes,
right?
he's like, I got to get you down. Notice our high-tech opener now. We will never lose this motherfucker. Upgraded set, part 2.
Yeah.
This is version 5, I think. It's all good.
As long as it stays.
It's heavy duty.
I wasn't going to drink tonight, but...
Here not to worry, kid.
Got to do the show.
But... yeah, so going back to his roots, I thought that's the best thing Maia has to do. Because when he came in, remember, he was just like sub of the night, everybody, Mr. Jiu-Jitsu. 170 looks like a good weight class for him. Hopefully he makes a good run here.
This is a TKO for him, right?
Yeah. Was it TKO muscle strain?
Of the night? TKO of the night.
Abductor strainer.
That's his third one. Yeah, it was a good fight for him. So
I like it. I got good matchups. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The stun gun, give him Diego Sanchez.
Like it.
He has it. They're both coming off a loss. They can make it happen. And then next for Maia, this will be a fucking awesome match. Brian Ebersol. Because with his submission defense, which we saw in his last fight, and Maia's submission prowess.
Too much striking for Maia. No. We don't want. I don't know.
No, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. But I think that would be a fun matchup, and let them play jiu-jitsu and see what happens. Can Maia submit him? I don't know. He had every fucking submission. Ebersol had every submission thrown at him in that last fight.
Yeah.
Fuck, he defended everything and came out triumphant. Hero and all, brother. Moving right along.
Oh.
He wasn't in Strikeforce, so let's not picture him right away.
Who's that really a picture of, though?
Who is that bald man? It almost looks like that one guy. Yeah. I'll do this to Ingo. It's that one guy. You know, that guy.
Yeah. No. Not really. I don't know.
Keith Jardine.
Maybe. Possibly. Did I do that to you? That one guy?
Yeah, he always goes, you know, that guy.
That guy!
I'm like, yeah, I know that guy.
Him.
Sure.
What was your thought on this whole thing?
Some kicks were thrown. Some kicks were landed.
Yep.
Patrick Cote did not stay in said boxing range. He just kept it out at distance.
At the Mandalay Bay?
Yeah. Are you trying to rhyme?
With a ball of hay?
I just may. What do you say?
That's right.
Yes. But, I don't know. I was not impressed with this fight.
No.
I think if it would have been, and no disrespect to Cote, because it's good to see him back, and he shouldn't get cut because he took the fight on short notice, so you should give him another fight and another chance. And Lee, I think I was probably more impressed with him because after that fight with Vanderlei Silva, one, I didn't think he was going to continue fighting. Two, I didn't think he would look, not that he looked awesome, but he still looked better than I thought he would. Yes. If that makes sense.
I'm with
you.
For
being 40 years old. So, not the most entertaining of fights, but still got to see some cool kicks from Cung.
Yeah.
And I always respect that. He's one of the guys that has a little bit different style, so keep him in the UFC, let him fight, give him some more interesting fights.
Yeah.
Like the Rich Franklin fight that should have happened.
I was going to say, yes, Rich Franklin.
That's the matchup they should make for him.
Good.
And Cote, how about a little Akiyama action? Akiyama's only on a 4-fight losing streak.
Is he still in the UFC?
He sure as shit is. We need.
Aren't they going to China or something? They could do that fight there. I heard they were going to China.
Well, they said
Macau?
Dana White's
and Russia.
They were asking Cung Lee like what's next for him, and he said I don't know. And then Dana White said, let me translate what that means. I'm going to be fighting in China at the next UFC. And then Cung said, I'm going to be fighting in China at the next UFC.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. So that's on the docket for Cung.
Of course. I like that.
Yes. But who? I think Rich Franklin makes the most sense.
Rich Franklin?
Because he said this fight was kind of a little bit challenging for him because he kept practicing for a southpaw on Franklin.
Yep.
And Cote was coming out orthodox, but every once in a while he would switch to southpaw, and then Cung would be like, all right, I'm ready. This is what I've been training for, you fuckers. So good for him.
Balls to the wall.
Kudos to everybody.
They rock.
Great. Are we moving right along?
Moving on. We got to keep going. Hey, the main co-main event.
And he just ran away again. He can't even make it onto the slide for us.
Griffin's not even on the slide?
Oh, I took him off.
Fucking guy.
Because I figured he ran away.
He ran away so fast. He was, you know why? Because he was looking for his bar of, oops.
What's that?
Defense soap.
He doesn't keep that in his cup?
No, after the fight he was worried about getting some kind of nasty, creepy crawlies. So, he was looking for his bar of defense soap because offense wins MMA fights, but defense keeps you in the octagon.
Yeah, and in the arena.
In the arena.
BJ Penn style.
So when he read that statement, he was like, shit, I got to get back to the arena. And
either that or Dana White.
Dana White.
Tell him.
Get the fuck back in the cage. So,
Ed Shaved-L.
Check out Defense Soap, seriously. Use this shit all the time. It's good stuff.
Use our coupon code. Save 10% off.
It's down here, maybe.
Or not.
Or not.
Check our website.
And also make sure you keep in mind that Forrest Griffin is slightly crazy. So if you see him in public, beware. What the fuck? How many times is this guy going to run out of the octagon after a fight? This is the third time now.
Well, it's who do you think won this fight?
You know what? It's funny because we were out with a huge group of people from our gym, and after the second round, Caprito was yelling at me across. He's like, "What do you think? What do you think?" I'm like, "I don't know. I think Forrest is winning." He goes, "No." He says, Tito got the first round. Tito got 2 or 3 takedowns, right, or something like that. He's like, I'm like, oh yeah, wait a minute. So Tito, it's 1-1 going into the third, and I thought Tito for sure won the third round. So I thought this was kind of a bullshit decision. I don't know about you.
Well, it makes up for the first fight then, because I thought the first fight that Forrest won, so now it's all even.
But according to the stats they showed, Forrest like outstruck him 3-1 or something.
That was curious. I'm questioning those stat makers because I don't recall seeing him land 3 times as many of any strikes.
No, hang on.
It was 3 times because we looked at it. They put it up there, but
Fight Metric has Griffin.
I'd give it 1.5 times more strikes, but not 3 times. It sure didn't look like 3 times because 3 times would have been a clear domination. I look at it, who landed the more significant strikes? Tito dropped him at least twice. Forrest never dropped him. Tito had a couple takedowns. I thought Tito won the fight. Forrest thought Tito won the fight. That's why he
ran away.
And then post-fight interviewed him for his Hall of Fame
good
retirement.
Thing you brought that up. I thought that was bullshit. Not only does this guy know that Tito's retiring, so he's going to be a crazy person and run out of the cage and try to like caused all this controversy. But then he takes the mic from Rogan and interviews Tito and makes his like retirement thing all shitty, and it's just stupid. Something wrong with that guy? Seriously.
Rogan's got to keep control of the mic. I think he needs to handcuff it to his hand.
He needs a chain.
Fuck
to
yeah.
his belt.
Well, he's got the fanny pack. Just chain that bitch. He probably has a wallet thing. Just chain the mic to your hand so no one can take
Number
it.
one rule. I learned my lesson a long time ago when I did my first interview ever. Don't give people the microphone. It's yours. You don't give it away.
Right.
You hold the mic. If somebody wants it, too bad. It's mine.
You got to fight for it.
Yeah. So.
I'm fresh.
That's right.
Might have a chance.
Rogan could have got the takedown.
He could have just rear naked choked him right there.
Jiu-jitsu.
That's my mic, bitch. I'd take you down. You don't touch it.
Yeah.
That's like rubbing another man's rhubarb. You just don't do it.
Exactly. I thought it was bullshit. I think Tito wasn't probably happy about it and kind of ruined the moment. You know, you could have had the whole Tito retiring, Rogan asking cool questions, and now we don't get that. So I'm gonna call it right now. Rogan, you need to have Tito on your podcast.
True that.
Don't you think?
Because he gives his heart, he gives his soul. He's the hardest working man in show business. Did I mention I give my heart, I give my soul? That was the post-fight press conference.
Yeah. You know what's weird though is I've noticed like Tito. I think when he's put in the like pressure situations on the spot,
his head grows an inch every year,
but
like Pinocchio.
When he was on the Ultimate Fighter, like he seemed like a normal dude, and he was actually articulate when he was talking. So I think when you put the like spotlight in his face, he gets, I don't know, like deer in the headlights kind of. He just repeats random shit. So I think he might actually be good on like a show like Rogan's where it's open-ended and just kind of can chat.
You know, if you could have a little something too.
Now that he's retired?
Yeah, he doesn't have to. He's in California. You could get a medical marijuana
license. He may already have one. You never know.
It's true. For all his back injuries and surgeries and neck fusion and spine vertebrae, all that stuff.
So what's next for Forrest Griffin? Good sir.
Retirement? Oh, no. That was Ortiz. Thiago Silva. Let's not fuck around, man. Let's go for the gusto. Stephen Bonner wants a piece of that ass. He wants number 3, but we have no interest. I want to see... I think that was probably part of the problem with this card, too, is you had a lot of fights we already saw, but at least 2.
Well, yeah, maybe. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's why it was. But I was kind of excited.
I was excited for the main event, but this fight, not so much. I mean, I
was eating my nachos.
Played out the same way, though, too. It was like another close fight.
Forrest wants to fight 2 more, best of 5. Fucking hell.
No Stephen Bonner. Give him Thiago Silva.
I like that.
And let's do it. Let's get some action going.
Fair enough.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Now let's discuss the main event brought to you by BetDSI.com, the world's best... No. What the fuck am I talking about? BetDSI? BetDSI. BetDSI? What do they do? Oh, where you can bet on MMA and get a 20% bonus. Also, you should check out MMA HQ. That's it. The world's best daily deal site featuring the latest fighters, trends, and brands. They sell 1 item per day until it's sold. Or until 11 Eastern, 12 Pacific. I don't fucking know. Just go there, okay?
And don't forget, enjoy Bards, a craft beer that helps us be gluten-free. You can go to barsbeer.com, find a retailer or a location near you.
Yes. Yes. And you can cook with Bards, too. You can make, like, beer batter, onion rings, and fucking...
You can make all sorts of chilies and...
Are Twinkies gluten-free?
Yeah, sure are.
Are they really?
I got dosed the other day, by the way. That sucked balls.
Not for me. I didn't do it.
I was at like a Cheeseburger in Paradise was their so-called gluten-free menu, and they had
good sweet potato fries there.
Yeah, I ordered twice as many fries as I should have. They're fucking delicious. And then they dosed me with something. I think it was the steak salad that I ordered. I had ordered salmon and then a steak salad too. And then they brought it out.
two salads.
And then 2 orders of fries and a coleslaw. But
no wonder.
Besides the point.
You came to my house, you had like 1 burger and a little bit. I'm like, why is man not eating? My food must be terrible.
No, I had 2 burgers, bitch. Like, you didn't even see it.
Okay. You had like a spread.
Well, I got dosed earlier too, so my stomach was in disarray. Okay. But they brought the steak salad out, and the lady, it was kind of dark, so you couldn't quite see. And she said, I think I see wontons on it, so she brings it into the back. Then 30 seconds later, she brings it out and doesn't say anything. I'm like, that's a curious move because if there were wontons on, she just picked it off and now I'm eating them.
Maybe she ate them.
I don't know. Sweet. She was kind of hefty, but she might have. I don't care.
It's all good.
So anyway, I eat it and then we go.
Squirted some breast milk in there.
Even better. It's quite delicious, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway.
And gluten-free.
Yes. And it's very healthy for you. Breastfeed your kids till they're 2, if not older.
Or 20.
Right. So then we go to the mall. We're miniature golfing inside the mall because it's hot as fuck, and I don't want to be at home.
Oh yeah.
So
that's cool.
Halfway through the game, we got problems. We got problems. Everybody, we gotta stop. I gotta make a run.
Flushed it out.
Flushed it out. All was good. I went over to Ingo's later. I don't know what we were eating. Everything.
Burgers.
Burgers. That's right.
Salad.
Burgers. I ate Doritos. I drank crazy beer that I don't know if it was gluten free, but they said it was. And
so I didn't dose them. I don't think.
No, I was fine. I just like everyone's looking at me like, "What are you doing?" Then I ate some like chocolate ice cream bar too. On top of it.
But you left it. You guys forgot those at my place.
No, it's all you guys.
Okay. I don't need any
they're
more
like
sweets.
20 in a box, but they were like real small.
Tiny.
So you gotta eat like 3 to get a man
I haven't
size.
had one, but my son likes them.
Oh, good.
He's had them. So.
All right.
How was that miniature golf?
Expensive. It was $24 for 4 people.
Glow in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Did you wear your white shirt?
I had something on. It was glowing.
Stand out.
Yeah, it was good because the air conditioning was good. That was all we were looking for. Nice. The air condition, be cool, have a little fun, shit yourself or not.
As long as you're cold.
Make it to the bathroom.
Good. As long as the bathroom has AC,
yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah, and not want to be the next person in there. All right. Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen. So let's start here. Okay, so I'll question you.
Oh no, I don't know if I want to know where this is going.
No, we're gonna start here. So Anderson Silva shoulder strikes Chael Sonnen at the weigh-ins in the chin. Mm-hmm. Chael Sonnen does not react to this, which is kind of curious to me because typically when you see the weigh-ins and one guy pushes the other guy pushes him back. So Sonnen just stands there and takes it. Mm-hmm. To me, it looked like it was premeditated and planned a little bit. What do you think?
Well, when you brought it up at first, I was like, nah, maybe, probably not, I don't know. But after the post-fight speech that he gave, where they were all cool now, I'm kind of thinking that maybe they knew that. Chael knew that was coming. He was expecting it. They were just trying to sell probably a couple hundred extra thousand pay-per-view buyers.
Oh my God, did you see what he did? Because that got all the press.
Yeah.
And he didn't get a fine yet that I know of, but that looked
the fine will be a couple $5,000.
Yeah,
well
I'm sure
worth it.
UFC will take care of that because they give him the KO of the night bonus for 75 grand.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It seemed though Yeah, I think there's some fishiness going on. This whole fight seemed weird.
There was a lot of illegal shit. So let me just lay out all the
illegal shit,
borderline,
like
dirty / cheating /
or is that in the butt? Where do you put steroids? In the butt?
In the ass.
Okay.
I know nothing about that.
Me neither.
All right, so shoulder strike to the chin. That was one thing.
Okay.
Anderson wiping the Vaseline from his face onto his chest.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Which Yves Levine did catch and toweled him off. But you can't towel off Vaseline. Once it's on you, it's on you.
Does that really make that much difference?
You're slippery as fuck.
From that little bit? Does that make you all great?
Oh, it's probably enough. He probably bathed in
baby oil.
You know it. That's why he has that delicious tan.
Nice.
And then, what about holding the shorts? Holding the shorts. How about holding the cage?
When he threw the knee?
Yeah. Fingers through, a little extra leverage. There are a lot of things I missed, but you can see that shit online. And then the knee strike.
Illegal or not illegal? What say you, sir?
I prefer knee strikes to the downed opponent. So I'm going to just say it was borderline, but if you got to rule it, I'm going to say illegal! The cheating motherfucker! How's that?
Okay.
Part of the top of his knee hit him in the head. It was fucking Chael's own fault, so you can't blame anybody but himself. And because if I want to look at a knee to the body, I look at Rashad Evans to Tito Ortiz. That's a fucking straight up knee to the body. This one had questionable intent when throwing.
Actually, weird, similar, almost identical situation. Like, where guy was against the cage and he just weird. But I think in that one, he got all knee on.
Yeah,
on,
that
on
was
solar
straight
plexus.
in. There was no like some of it hit the face. It was straight in. This one was kind of up and kind of deflected, and then the other topper was the stoppage. Early, not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Chael made the mistake, and Anderson capitalized on it. Why he throws a spinning back fist, I don't know. Matrix Man, slip, trip, knee. I don't know. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because I felt like the one thing I wanted to see was I wanted to see Anderson Silva come out and try to win a fight at all costs without fucking around, and I think
he sure did, right?
I think we kind of got that this time. So I mean, I can kind of say that I guess he did what I wanted him to do in a sense. Where you said it during the first round, he's like, it's weird, he's just laying around, but he doesn't seem like he's all that nervous being in, you know, having Chael on top of him or whatever. And Chael was passing his guard and getting inside control and even getting the one thing,
mount, right?
He didn't do a damn thing with the mount, which is weird to me because maybe he was worried about getting bucked off or whatever, but that was his chance. He could have freaking rained down some punches or whatever. But Anderson just didn't seem nervous. Maybe because he already had 4.5 rounds of Chael on top of him. He was like, whatever.
Maybe he likes to be on his back with another man on top of him.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
I can't fault the man.
So, I mean, after the first round, though, I think the coolest part about it was like you had that glimmer of hope, like, maybe this fucking guy can really do this. Like, this is crazy.
I was sold.
Right away, he just goes for the takedown.
But that's what you got to do against that guy, man. You got to fucking come right out and put him on his back.
Yep.
You can stay standing. Your chances are slim to none.
Yep. As you saw. That's right. Yeah, I mean, you know, and then Chael kind of didn't do much with it, and I kind of wish he would have. And then in the second round, I felt like he couldn't really get the takedown. So he tried to go for some crazy striking, or I don't know what he was doing, but I want to call it. We need a name for this because we've seen Arlovsky do this now. We've seen Stefan Struve do it. We've seen Chael Sonnen do it.
It's the high risk move that does not deliver. Right. I mean, it wasn't as high risk as a flying knee, because the flying knee, I would say, is more high risk. The spinning back fist against someone against the cage, that's pretty amazing that we missed it, or he missed it.
Yeah.
You know?
But Anderson just kind of ducked and slipped and moved, and he sees things coming before they come, apparently. So,
are you saying the fight was fixed?
No.
Oh, no, he knew it was coming?
I don't know, maybe, but no.
Is that where we're going now? Oh,
no. I just, you know, I don't know. It just sucks because I really wanted to see someone kind of dethrone him, just like I want to see someone dethrone GSP or John Jones. I'd like to see something mixed up, or if Chael would have won, we would have got to see a trilogy, you know. And
that would have been fun.
Yeah, especially if he would have won in some kind of crazy fashion, like being
the arm triangle.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I mean, Anderson Silva, greatest of all time, still.
Yeah, was it 14 in a row, 15? I don't know.
10th title defense or 11th or something. So
kudos to him, and you give kudos to Sonnen too for. How many rounds has he won against Anderson? Probably the
5.
most. 6 now. Well, I guess if you lose that last round in the last minute, do you really win the round?
No, I don't think so.
I think he still wins the round.
Okay, so 6.
But, you know, he's done the best, but you see that's the path to victory against Anderson is you have to put him on his back. And speaking of putting Anderson on his back, who has called out Anderson now?
Rashad Evans.
Can he get that fight, though? He's just coming off a loss after another title shot. I don't think that's... reason.
I mean, shit, I don't know. I don't think Rashad's wrestling is as good as Sonnen's, especially because I think Rashad has a tendency for, what the hell?
Starting slow?
Yeah, or even just being timid in a fight where Chael doesn't give a shit.
He just comes forward and is like, fuck you, you're going down.
So
he imposes his will. Rashad is more, I don't know, I know what you're trying to say.
I don't have the right word for it.
Yeah.
But who has that? Who at 205 or 185 not even GSP, who would come up to 185. I think that would be a bad matchup for him, even if the weight was not a factor. Because GSP doesn't come out balls to the wall. He's very calculated.
No.
He's going to get picked apart by Anderson Silva doing that shit. You cannot do that. You just have to come out and just hit him in the mouth, take him down, whatever. I don't know who can do it. Chris Weidman?
I don't know. It's Munoz.
Munoz maybe, or your boy
Belcher.
Yeah.
It's probably the answer is probably Michael Bisping.
Michael the Count.
He
wants that fight, but he doesn't.
He doesn't. He wants it. Wink, wink. Don't give it to me.
Let's set it up, and then I'll get injured so that I can be.
Yeah. Somehow I think he's gonna lose his next fight. I don't know why, but it's like everyone's trying to get into the Michael Bisping sweepstakes because you have Belcher. Well, Bisping was calling out Belcher. Belcher and Duke Rufus said, "Fine, fuck it, let's make this fight happen." But no one has scheduled the fight, and now Brian Stan's also in the mix, saying, "I want this Bisping fight."
Why not?
I think Belcher's deserve that fight. Bisping, Belcher, and then you have
Stan and Belcher.
Stan's coming off a loss, isn't he? I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Forgot. No, he just won. Hang on.
We need a fact check.
I gotta Google this shit.
Please check that one.
I think he just won because he lost to Sonnen and then he fought again. I'm looking.
You're probably right. I'm gonna back him on that.
I'm checking right now.
I think the fight is Belcher, Bisping, winner of that title shot. But the problem is, I don't know if anybody can beat Anderson because Chael, I think, was the best bet.
Yeah. Even if, what about John Jones, who said he's not interested in fighting him either?
John could beat him.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
But John has that slow start style too. So what does that mean?
But he's got the wrestling. He can dictate where he wants to fight. Yeah.
Too? Okay.
Because how would Silva deal with a guy with that huge fucking reach?
Matrix.
Yeah, and it's creative as fuck too.
Yeah.
But I think John would be smart enough to take him down. I think if John gets him down, he's going to rain those elbows down like they're going out of style. He might even 12-6 him, just for old time's sake.
That would be the biggest fight probably of MMA history if they could work that out.
Yeah, and they keep talking like Dana White was saying he might make that fight happen. Like, I remember when you told me GSP versus Anderson Silva was going to happen 3 years ago, and we said, or 2 years ago, and we said that fight's never going to happen. So,
and it hasn't.
I don't know if this fight ever happens. I'd love to see it. It seems to make the most sense. Why not Anderson versus John Jones and do it at a fucking catchweight? No titles at stake, but make it a 5-rounder.
Do it in Brazil.
Fine, done.
Alessio Sakara, by the way. Brian Stan.
Thank you.
Knocked him out.
That's right.
Recently.
See?
So that could work for us. Brian Stan versus Alan Belcher and Michael Bisping versus Anderson Silva.
Just make it a 3-way fight. Those three fight, and whoever comes out, last man standing gets to fight Anderson Silva.
Nice.
Come on, Bisping. You know you want it.
Because Anderson, fights twice a year usually?
Yeah.
So he's got one more before the end. They'll probably put him on the New Year's Eve card, something along those lines. But who? Who is the question? I don't know.
You know, Weidman, Bisping, Stan, Belcher.
Those 5 guys.
Yeah. Or winner of Hector Lombard Boach.
Well, that would be one way
Only
to mix it up.
if Lombard gets that.
Yeah, right. Boach will not very well, I don't think.
Maybe. You never know.
Fair enough. So,
next for Sonnen.
you know what? Are you asking me? Or
yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the guy has done all he can at the weight class he's at. So either he needs to go down or up, and I think down is probably not going to happen. So I would say let's move him up and have him fight at 205. I don't know who.
I got ideas.
You got somebody?
Well, if he's going to stay at that weight class, I was thinking Vitor Belfort. If he's moving up to 205, give him a little Shogun action.
Oh, you like the Brazilian guy. Keep giving him Brazil guys so he can talk more shit.
Yeah. Well, they hate him, so might as well go full force. But, Shogun's fighting Vera. Doesn't make sense for a winner of that fight. But
that's a free card, isn't it? Like a UFOC card or something?
Probably.
Yeah, go to 205. You're old. You got the special vitamins.
And he doesn't have to cut that 20 pounds then.
Right.
He'd cut 40. He'll Rumble Johnson it up. Well, I'm curious because he looked really drawn out at the weigh-ins. Was the Dolce diet working for him or not?
It did in the first round, right? He
came
out balls to the wall. He didn't look tired, I thought, after the first. He looked okay.
He just looked really drawn out at the weigh-in.
Yeah. I think a lot of his guys do because they keep their muscle mass and then they just cut that crazy amount of water at the end. So
maybe he was delirious. Maybe that's why he didn't respond to the shoulder check.
Maybe he liked it and he was like, "Cool, I like it. Nice.
I'm down.
I'm down.
I like wake-up calls every once in a while."
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get right into some viewer mail.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Ian McDonald, also known as Seabass, has been asking questions that we haven't addressed yet, so here we go.
Okay.
So I heard that Machito is having rumors of dropping to 185, which I feel personally would be in a sense of the reincarnation of the Spider, having his good friend and training partner fill his gap at 185 King. Obviously won't happen until Anderson either changes his weight again, which is highly unlikely. Blah, 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 retire. What are your guys' thoughts on the matter of him going down to 185?
If that happens, I want to see him fight Chael Sonnen. I like that matchup a lot.
That'd be fun.
I like it a lot.
I like
awesome.
that.
But maybe, I mean, I don't know. Does he really need to move down? I don't know.
Maybe. He's had a string of not so good luck. And who is he fighting? Bader now? That's a weird fight. Anyone can win.
If he gets the takedown, Bader's pretty tough. He's got a good right hand, so don't know.
Oh, I gotta mention, I saw those Chris Cyborg pictures, by the way. I would do her. Take that.
No thanks.
I would totally. She's looking so womanly now.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right. Well, here's a question for you.
Go ahead.
Been posted on the Underground this week. Serena Williams, yay or nay? Have you seen?
I have to see the pictures. I haven't seen the pictures.
Okay.
I'll withhold judgment until I see pictures.
Next episode, come back and let me know.
Yeah.
Because she's I think for an athlete, obviously she's a specimen, but I feel like if she wasn't athletic, she'd be a big girl probably. But but she looks kind of scary, like in her like bikini look. She's a little. She looks like she'd kick your ass, like really. She's big girl.
Maybe some people like that. They need to be
scary.
roughed up a little bit.
I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Come back to us on that.
I'll come back.
Since we're on the top.
You never know.
But
all right. I'm in.
Okay.
What the hell? Tattoos and crazy. That sounds like a party. Just waiting to happen.
Well, I think if she wants something, I think you don't really have a say in the matter at that
Oh,
point.
I think I'm going to have a say. I think it's going to be my way or the highway.
It's going to be rough. Ned's coming back with cuts and bruises and bloody
way.
eyeballs.
I got a sporting chance.
Okay.
As long as I strike first.
Fair enough.
With a lead pipe.
Gotta get the takedown.
I don't know if that's going to quite work.
Single leg.
Did I sneak up from behind and club her?
Nice.
With that thing that we always talk about. It's a BBC.
Someone told us what that was, but we forgot.
Yeah, it's a BBC.
Nice.
So, all right. Going right to Facebook. And I already answered some of these questions.
It's all good. Answer them again.
Matt Bocci asks, why is Forrest Griffin an emo baby?
I don't know. It's scary that he's a cop to me. I think that it's crazy. The guy's like got screws. I don't know. Cool. Good for him though. He's making money.
True that. It's all about making money. Chad Money Mendes. That was the best shirt ever. I got to tap out in the $sign. I'm just saying. Fucking gay. What? You can't say that about a fucking Fighters t-shirt. All right, David Lopez Zombie asks, can Munoz or Weidman do what the best wrestler in the UFC couldn't? Meaning when they were fighting Chael Sonnen, or in Chael Sonnen's place, fighting Anderson Silva. Do you think those guys do it?
Actually, I think Weidman is one of those guys that's not on everybody's radar yet. He's really tough. Everybody he's fought, when you watch him, he seems to game plan properly or train the right way. You know, when he fought Maia, it just everybody he runs into, you think like, okay, he's going to lose now, but he just seems to keep rising to the occasion. So I would say he has a good chance. Munoz, I think Munoz likes to box, and that's going to be to his detriment.
Detrimental to his health and or retardation.
Yeah. And I don't think Munoz will fight Anderson Silva, will he? Aren't they buddies?
I thought they were like in the camp together or something. Like he was a wrestling coach for Black House.
Yeah. Because I think they have a San Diego branch or something, and I think that's where they're all. Nogueira's out of there too, so I doubt they would fight. I mean, I guess depending on the money, as Dana always says, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Austin Grocott asks, how many more fights do you think Anderson has left? That's a good question because he's 37, and I'll say this: he probably looked like he was in the best shape that I can remember Anderson looking ever. And he weighed in at 184, and he looked mean as fuck. Because other times he looks like a little chubby when he's fighting. So, what do you think? How many fights?
It's hard to say when the speed and everything goes. I mean, obviously you saw he's still got his technical.
He hasn't lost.
Hasn't lost a step, it seems. So he said he went. I was just reading he wanted to fight 10 more years or something.
That ain't gonna happen. You're no Maurice Smith.
Yeah, or
Dan Severin.
Randy Couture, Dan Severin.
Yeah,
all those guys.
Keep going. But Dan Henderson.
I thought he was going to retire after this because I feel like he's got nothing left to prove. But apparently he's one of those guys who just likes to fight. So maybe I would say 2, 3, 4 more fights. You know, since he fights once or twice a year, probably another 2 or 3 years. I think he'll retire by 40. I would guess, unless he gets up to 205 and starts to dominate there. Then maybe he keeps it going. I don't know.
I don't know. They need to just make that super fight. Just make him and Jones fight. Let's see it.
The money would be crazy.
Yeah. Do it in Brazil at that 100,000 fucking seat stadium.
John Jones is. I think his ego is too fragile for him to go into that
into a hostile environment.
He won't do it. No
do
way.
it at the Superdome then, or what's the fucking Dallas?
Oh yeah, the new stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it there.
It's called.
That place.
The Cowboys play there.
Yes.
Whatever the fuck it's called. The $1 billion stadium that they spent money on.
That they kind of almost fill.
Yeah, Keith is going there this year for a game. I think the Packers are playing there. I said he's going.
That's cool. I want to play Xbox. I heard people were playing Xbox on the screen or something.
Oh, really?
How awesome would that be? Oh my god, it might as well be the real thing. Yeah.
I think you'd probably get nauseous.
Probably puke on yourself.
Would that even look good though?
Probably, isn't it HD?
Yeah, but it's so big.
All right, Mr. Maia asks, because they can't fucking get your first and second name right. Take that. Do you agree with Sonnen? The Americans don't support their fighters like the Brazilians. I'll take it. I've been talking about this all night last night about what is up with the Americans. None of them. It's like we're just not proud to be American. You never see an American fighter saying, I need to get the respect for America or the United States. Like, that just sounds retarded. It's just not there. I guess some people are very proud of where they're born and where they come from, and I think Brazil is probably number one when it comes to being proud of your heritage.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we don't support our fighters.
Enough?
I don't give a fuck, actually, where you're from. It's more of like, what's your style?
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes down to also what kind of person are you? Are you fighting clean? Are you fighting dirty? What do you say? Whatever. I just want to be entertained. I guess that's...
Well, do you think it's... well, let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's because America has become sort of a melting pot of cultures so that actually not even our generation, because there are still some people in my group that I feel have that, like, racial tendencies, if that makes any sense.
Mm.
Whereas the younger group, like the kids coming up now, maybe they don't look at color or race or nationality, or we're just all like people in a sense.
Yeah.
So there's not like this whole like Americans back in the 60s were like white people. Now it's, Americans are of all colors and all cultures and all. So why get all crazy about it? Because you don't even know who the fuck's American anymore just because you're white or black or purple.
Yeah.
You don't. So maybe, I don't know.
I'm going to support the purple people.
Purple.
Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Purple people eater?
No, Mariusz Pudzianowski when he was all gassed out fighting Tim Sylvia. Yeah. That's my guy.
Nice.
He looks like my cock. I'm supporting him.
Nice. Your cock is purple?
Yeah, he's all veiny and crazy, That's what I'm going to support. Is that wrong?
That's awesome. You're squeezing in too hard if it's purple.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how I go to work.
That's crazy.
Some people miniature golf.
Brazil.
Squeeze it
guys,
off, brother.
We had a bunch of Brazilians at our thing, and yeah, they were.
That was funny. Jonatas was like so pro
like,
Anderson Silva. He's pulling up like the flag on his phone, like
showing it to us,
showing us the Brazilian flag. Like, whatever, Sonnen's gonna kick his ass. Come on.
Yeah.
It's all in good fun. That's the one thing too. It's like you look at Sonnen, you gotta understand the guy's just trying to sell the fight. Does he mean what he's saying? To me, it doesn't sound like it, because afterwards he was probably the most humble guy you could be.
In both fights, both times.
It's like the better man won. Did he pull my shorts? Yeah.
Whatever.
So what? Did he knee me in the face? I don't
know. He mentioned on the Rogan podcast about what he said after the first fight, when Rosenthal came over and was telling him. I think he was making sure that Sonnen was like on board with, hey, you tapped. And I was just watching that fight back, and he did actually say that. Like, Rosenthal came over, and you can clearly say him say I believe you, man. I believe you that I tapped. Like, I don't remember, but I believe you. So it's like he's very humble in defeat. And dude, it's fucking sports. It's WWE. It's they're trying to make money. Yeah. That's
you gotta say some shit. I mean, this is probably the live gate was the biggest for the MGM Grand. Oh, really? I think it was like $7 million at the gate. I don't know how many people.
That's a smaller place too, right? Isn't it for in the Grand scheme?
Well, yeah. I mean, out of where you could do it in the U.S., yes.
Wow, but, $7 million?
Yeah. So I mean, the pay-per-view buys. There's a question for you. What do you think the pay-per-view buy is going to come in at?
Well, maybe we'll know by the time this airs or not. But I am guessing it's over 1.5 million.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's just over that.
I'm going 1.2, just over 1.2. It's going to break $1 million for sure, but we'll have to see. As I'm scanning through.
I think if it was in Brazil, they could have made more money, but that's just my
opinion. He would have died, though. You can't have Sonnen go to Brazil, unfortunately.
If he loses, though? If he loses in the same fashion?
Well, I think win or lose, it's bad for Brazil.
Really?
I don't know. I was just saying, they might loot.
That's true.
I don't know.
Isn't that just like no?
Stop it! I don't want to fucking out of control.
You know where I was gonna go with that.
Fucking, he's talking about.
This is a sign. Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Wink, wink. Shut the mouth. That'll do it for viewer, ma'am. Moving right along.
Moving right along. Knowledge segment.
I don't know if I have any.
I have some.
Go.
Listen, I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do watch shows, I tend to I steer towards the network stuff, like the HBO Showtime stuff. There was a show I watched the first season of before. It's the new fucking what? Oh man, my brain's not working now.
Oh,
damn
see? It's the new.
It's the guy from Friends has a fucking new show. It's called
Joey.
It's called Episodes on Showtime. The premise is that there's this British couple that comes to LA with a.
He said British.
Yeah, with a series thing, and they cast him as the main guy, but then they fuck the show all up, and then he ends up fucking the guy's wife or whatever. It's all crazy, but it's good. It's funny. It's like kind of you guys should check it out. It's called Episodes. It's on Showtime, and with that being said, I have a question for you because something happened last week when I watched that episode. At the end, which kind of made me think, is this the new business model? At the end of the show, when it was over, there was a thing that said, watch the next episode of this now before it releases next week on Showtime On Demand, and you have to pay for it. So what the fuck is happening with network television where now that you watched today's episode, you already pay for Showtime, you pay extra per month for that shit. Now they're telling you if you want to pay $2.99, you can watch next week's episodes today, tonight, right after the show while you're hot. It's like, you just you saw the titties, now you want to see the whole thing. So isn't that bullshit? Like, what is up with that?
That's dirty. Because what if they did that? If it was Game of Thrones,
dude, I'd do it.
Yeah. See, that's a problem.
You do it?
But then you're gonna
It's so stupid. Then what do you watch next week?
Right. You gotta pace yourself. But I'm not. You're all right. Fucking
I'm good.
Well, it goes back to everything. They're always trying to nickel and dime you, and I'll bring it back into video games about. Here you go. It's you goddamn right. It's the map packs. How the fuck can you sell a game for 60 and then whatever? How much are the map packs? I don't know. I
don't know. I did the Elite thing.
And how much was that?
It was $90, I think. It was the first, and then you get all the updates for free.
See, this is why I should have just chipped my new Xbox. What?
Chipping?
Can't say that.
What does that do?
You can just download games and burn them and put them right on your thing.
Oh,
you don't have to pay. What?
Can you go online with that?
There's a Switch. I'm gonna install.
You won't remember to turn that right away. You're like, fuck, I got banned from Xbox again.
I'm just saying, like, the old one, it was much easier because I never took that one online. But
yeah.
the new one, I debated and I opted not to. But it's expensive. All this shit. It's just like,
yeah.
Everything was supposed to get cheaper. Why does everything keep going up in price?
Because that's the model. It's a subscription, the extra thing, the $5 app, the $4 app, the $3 app.
Yeah, the $10 avatar guitar or whatever the fuck I have to have or not have.
It's what this has become. It's become a society of buying little microtransactions. That's
99-cent apps.
Yep.
I'll buy them all day long.
Dangerous. You just start buying a whole bunch of shit. And then you're like, fuck, I got a $20 bill from iTunes in like 3 days. I don't even know what.
Oh, you're buying music, though. I still haven't bought any music yet.
You?
Well, I
just
use Pandora, so.
Yeah, if there's a band I really like, I'll buy their new album. That's just, you know, I won't buy their old shit. I'll get it some other way, but I'll buy their new one. If it's really good, you know, why not? It's whatever. And with the new iTunes Match, it's really cool because if you ever lose it, now you can just download it again. It's no big deal. And you can play it on your phone if you pay it from iTunes. You can just stream it. There's no reason to. It's kind of neat, but
it's all crazy.
It's bullshit. Now TV's doing it. TV's dying anyways.
Yeah, I don't understand how network TV still survive. Because how many shows do you actually watch as they happen?
Me? Zero, because I TiVo everything.
Right, and then do you watch commercials? No.
Never.
Everybody's fast forwarding through that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, that model is dying.
Yeah.
So these advertisers are going to have to find another way, or the stations have to find another way to get more revenue. So
product placement. There's a lot of shows who do that now. They do
video games too.
It fucking works because you know what? I listen to Joe Rogan and he talks about random shit. Sometimes I'm looking online on it trying to buy kettlebells. It works. You know, it really does. If it's done well, I think it can work really well. And there's no reason to have commercials. You know.
I don't know what he's
talking about. Product placement.
Like this Magic 8 Ball. Defense soap.
I think it works. I think it does. And I would be okay with that. And I think video games are heading that direction as well. So.
Well, there's so many ads. Like, what the fuck game was I playing? I can't even remember. Would have been a driving game. But the billboards in the driving game were fucking like real billboards in real life.
They change.
And even like the UFC game would put whatever the next fight is in the middle of the octagon. Hey, blah, blah, blah is happening. Like, that's smart, man.
And it's fine with me. It doesn't take you out of the immersion of the game. It just makes it
just something else neat to see. Like, oh, look at that. Fucking whatever.
That's the way to do it. Do it on TV, you know. Do it that way. Don't make me buy the next episode. I didn't buy it because I'm going to watch it tonight. But
yeah, that's fucked up.
I was like, this is fucked. I can't believe they would be able to allow you to do that. But they do. So that's my knowledge. Take it or leave it. And check out that show. You should watch the first season. It's good. It's not like a nudity. Tons of I don't recall any nudity actually, but
if it's not Chris Cyborg naked, I don't want to see it. Then.
It's funny though. It's like I don't know.
I'm in.
It's funny.
I'll look at you with shifty eyes.
If you like Joey, you'll like this. He's rebirthed himself into a new role, which is pretty funny.
Is he smart or dumb?
Dumb.
Then he's the same guy. What do you mean?
No, I know, but no, I'm saying
that's my question.
No, he's. Oh, sorry. It's the same character, but it's believable. So he's dumb, but
he was believable always.
But he's not
Joey.
slapstick dumb. He's just kind of like just c'est la vie dumb.
Like what movie was Jennifer Aniston in where she was talking all crazy, dirty, Horrible Bosses? Is that it?
I didn't see that.
She was like, "Will you come over here and fuck me?" and like talking crazy.
Whoa. Who was in that movie?
People.
People. Jennifer Aniston. Best legs in the business.
All you, man.
Don't like that.
It's all good. Shut it down, man, before anything bad comes out.
This week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Ingo Weigel.
I'm Matt Griffin.
We'll see you guys next time.
For what?
I don't know.
The next show.
The next show will be episode 111.
That should be a good show. 111.
111.
We should tape it at 11:11.
It's too late, man. I gotta work.
AM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I was wondering, the last episode, was there any difference because we taped it during the day versus at night?
It was so hot. I don't know.
Okay. Felt like we had more energy, but
maybe. I gotta piss.
See you guys next time.
Thanks for playing.